Okay, welcome everyone. Oh, too much light. Welcome to our Friday Tai Chi and Qigong class. We are looking at the moment at Master Joe Locke's work. I've been asked to do a front view of the Phoenix in mirror, which is no problem, though I did make a little mistake last time, so let's see if we can clean that up nicely. And also I've been asked for a front view of the Immortals, and I'm not going to mirror that, so that's great. That gives us something to work on. So let's take right hand in fist, please. Left hand straight, pull back the thumb, feet together, hands together, and press forwards. Now let us use the 7 stars as a warm-up, so we'll just gently flow through that and then get into the nitty-gritty. So shoulder width and level, please. We lengthen up through the top of the head and we press those fingers gently down. Take a few moments to calm. Finding all 10 fingers, gently lengthen them down. And from Wuji, we begin open door 5. Check posture, relax to center. Movement 2, Tai Chi duality. Let's change direction. Coming back into center. Second level. Changing direction. Movement 3. Heaven, earth and man. Deep breath. Check posture. Relax. Let's do that 3 times. Keep those knees in line with toes. Check posture. Relax to center. And relaxing to center and breathe. Good. Let's very gently roll our little ball. Turning to your front left, turning the toes, and let's roll the ball. Lower body, feeling into the back, midsection, thoracic vertebrae, and rolling up, neck and head. Good, step to the side. So that was the dragon, now we have tiger. Scoop under, expand, and step. Phoenix to the south. Feeling back. Snake to the north. Turn the toes, turn and press away. Release, lasso, turn the toes and press away. Return to center and turtle to the north. Sit back, fill the back, stretching forwards, hands in line with feet. Stretching your neck, chin down and back, and release. Again, starting with your south, east for your elements. We go gold element. Water. Wood. Fire. We're going to do the elements again, and the second time I'm going to show you the back view, because I know it can get confusing once we start turning. So turn to the front, earth. Good. Okay, so let's do the elements again. It should be to the corners. I'm going to iron out the corners a little to hopefully help you see what I'm doing. Okay, so we've done our little ball roll. And we're turning to the front left, south, east. And this time let's do the choo-choo train version. So we're rolling up the back, climbing up the vertebrae. Breathe. Now, if you're being fastidious, you can do this 32 times. I'm being a little bit slapdash. I'm just generally feeling that I'm climbing up each vertebrae of the spine. I'm not really counting. Checking the neck, nice and stretched, chin down and back. Climb up the vertebrae to the base of the skull and step and turn and turn. Tiger and phoenix. Oops, nearly went into the phoenix form there, good. And we go on to the snake. Stretch and release. Make sure as you turn, arms going round, you're pushing both hands away equally, looking over your shoulder, and release. Return to center for the turtle. Sit back and down. Stretch, fill your back. Lengthen your neck, extend through the curved arms to fingertips. Everything engages, and release. And let's turn and step through. Roll back, float up, square up, step through. Block, step back and pierce. Block, step back and pierce. Cycle and step, cycle and turn, block and rise, and block and rise, and block and rise, and earth. Good. Let's go into movement 6. 6 harmonies. Swing under, up and over, step through and open. Back the way you came, up and swing. Up, turn on the heel, step through and open. Keep turning in the same direction. Step the back foot through. For our martial flowers, off we go. We step, step, and back. You could do as many steps forwards and back as you like. Return to center. And close. If you need to reposition, do. Ready for movement 7, 7 stars in rotations, Qigong. Check posture. Relax to center. Find fingers and scoop. Right hand under. Turn the ball, push the left heel out. Left hand towards center, shoulders down and open, release. 8 steps round. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn in, release. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close. Point to the floor, close left. Good job. And rest. Well done. Okay, give me a second, sorry. Oh, all right. Sometimes cats just go a bit bonkers. Next door was making funny noises. Lovely. Okay, so that was very good. I think in future we might start to implement the 16 steps round rather than just 8. So we do a double circle in each direction. In that 16 steps, you may notice if there are any inconsistencies or mistakes, they'll start to show themselves more. But just to further the practice, and when I studied it with Master Locke, he was doing 16 steps. So we're still just kind of easing ourselves in, but I think we're at the stage now we can, push the boat out a little bit and try. So that's our Bagua introduction. So Bagua Jiang being circle walking, and that is a whole other kettle of fish, if you like. It is an internal art. It is a brother, if you like, or a son of Tai Chi, but it's all about the circle walking. Very, very good for strengthening the legs, very good for strengthening the core, very good for focusing the mind, and working the body in a twist it's like ringing out. Often in Tai Chi we twist and then we twist, but in Bagua you maintain the twist for a full set. So it is more an extended period of time, which is your stamina and endurance training. And it is also really, it is creating a twist and a spiral at the same time. So it is much more dynamically creating vortexes of energy through the body than Tai Chi. They both work. Tai Chi has a slower vortex. Bagua has a more complex vortex of energy vortexing within the body and then also around the body, because we are moving the body in a circle and not just parts of the body in a circle. So I hope you enjoyed that. I think it's a lovely, gentle introduction into a whole other pantheon of internal practice. So, but for now, let us have a look at the Phoenix. I just want to check in with you. Would you like to do the whole Phoenix with me doing mirrored view, or yeah, the whole thing? Okay, so what I'll do is we'll do it on both sides, and yeah, so I want you to do it the way you normally do it first. Or would you like to try it? I'll do it normally and then on the second side, which means you're doing it on the second side first, or is that too much? No, that's okay? Okay, let's try that. All right, so I know, you're putting me on the spot. I'll put you on the spot. That's fine. Okay, if you want to have a wee drink, or a wee break, blow your nose, anything, cheers. I'm just drinking out of this old mug. Wee private joke. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to do the Phoenix on both sides, but you are going to start on the second side. It doesn't actually matter, though it is designed to stimulate the organs as well as the meridians. The organs are asymmetrical within the body, but the meridians are symmetrical. So whether you're doing it one side or the other doesn't matter. And if you do both sides, that's really nice because you're getting the full harmony and the neuroplasticity. So let's see what happens. Okay, start with your heels together, please. And we lengthen up through the top of the head. Chin slightly down and back. And breathe. And calm. Find all 10 fingers, gently lengthen them down. And just stay there, please. This cat's trying to drill through the door. There you go. Okay. Ready? Scoop. So you're going to scoop your left hand under first. Step to your right. Left hand in a fist. Doing very well. Left hand in a fist in front of the heart. Drop the wrist. See, not like this, but like this. Good. And continue. Because it's a Qigong set, we're focusing on flow of energy. Open towards the front, float up. And you're stepping to your right, left hand scoops. You step back your right foot first this time, and then your left. And turn, hand towards the back, comes over the top, and over the top, and expand. The back hand swings all the way down and underneath. Turn towards your back leg, feet in, top hand in fist, chase the fist, release, and we do it again. So we swing the right hand all the way under, turn and step, draw in, chase the fist. Now we're going to reposition, because we're going to do it all again on the second side. Ready? So the hand behind comes underneath, the fist opens, isn't that right? Yes, expand, stretch and step, relax down and expand. Release the back foot, step, relax down and expand. Up and over, up and over, and look into the palm, squeeze. Release, step to the side. Mist forming pearl. It's the same as the tiger exercise, but on the other side. And relax down. Step back and pierce. Release and expand. Turn, turn. Immortal rides donkey. This time you take your right hand into fist. And relax to belly button. Relax down your legs. Open. Left hand pierces up. And stretch. Drop the wrist slightly. And dragon chases phoenix. Swimming dragon. Scoop. Feel up your back, over your head, turn, turn, down the front. Knee above toe. Phoenix greets the morning sun. Step across, step to the side, left foot back first, and then right. Turn. This time we step back, and deep breath. And this time you close right because you did the second side first. Just for a moment, just breathe, decompress, listen to your heart, listen to your breath, listen to your body, and let go. Beautiful, well done. Heel tap, come and talk to me. I want to see how you got on with that. Was it well confusing? When I'm guiding a mirrored image, I tell you what you're doing as opposed to what I'm doing. And for anyone who has that, spatial awareness, that can be confusing because they'll go, but that's your right hand. It's like, yeah, but it's your mirrored left hand. How did you get on, Tony?
Went a wee bit wobbly at the end, but up to about 3/4 of it, I got it through.
Very, very good. Do you think that was useful?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Do you want to do it again? And this time maybe I won't talk?
No.
No? Okay. What about doing it again with back view? Just the normal
Yeah.
view?
Just two things if you could check for me, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, one of the things I was doing wrong was no, it's where you let me see. Two things, okay. So where you did the round to that and then go into the fist.
Yes.
Okay. I was instead of doing I was going fist the whole time.
Mhm.
So it's
Mm.
that and then into the fist. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, because in the recording, we can't see you, I did think about changing the picture so that everyone could see you, but actually that's a bit of a nightmare. All sorts of things can go wrong when we start fiddling with that. But just for everyone watching the recording, Tony is talking about the triple burner section, and it's the second of the triple burner moves where you bring the hand into the fist in front of the heart. But yeah, it's a very gentle fist, and it's just a moment. It's just that you're sort of pausing and connecting with that energy rather than it being, um, it's not like the archer in the Eight Brigades, which is very kind of, it's not that at all. It is a very gentle, just a little moment of like sealing in. It's very like Lil Feng Shui, apparent close-up, where you're sealing in energy. So yeah, Tony just observed and was pointing out what he was observing, which is absolutely right. So if I do that section for you after your heart exercise, or the last of the elements that we work on. So we step back and we pierce and release. That's your sunshine fills the halls. And then you have your Immortals riding the donkey. And then this section is what Tony was talking about. So here, you can leave your hand in the fist the whole time. So from here, can you? Yeah, you can actually, you can. So there's options. So from the donkey, you could just leave your hand in fist and pierce, but it's very soft fist. But actually I prefer, we've done the donkey, I prefer to open the hand again. So the fingers are trailing. And you push the heel out and then sit back. And it's just as you come into position. So actually, I take back what I said a second ago. You could do it either way. I've got so used to opening the fist and closing it again, but I do remember Master Locke said you could just leave the hand in the fist. So Tony, you weren't doing it wrong at all. It's just, it's a choice rather than...
It's smoother letting it go and then doing the fist, I think. It's
It
nicer.
it is, because when you have your hand in a fist, it's kind of closing the energy. That's the whole point of making the fist, is like sealing in the energy. It's like putting food in a doggy bag and then just tying it off in a knot. So if you keep the fist the whole time, it's kind of impeding the flow of energy a little bit. So
It's almost like you're focusing too much on the closed fist as
yeah,
opposed to the hand sweep, and then focusing back when you bring the hand to the fist. I think it's nicer.
I agree with you. But as I say, it's not wrong. It's not wrong to leave the hand in a fist. But I think it's much nicer to open and close, that you have that kind of breath of movement rather than just this kind of lump going on. But even if you were to keep it in a fist, I would keep it very loose, and just in that moment there's just a slight tightening. But I prefer it, which is why I didn't even consider it when you first asked. I prefer it to open again. So after you have gone down in your Immortal rides the donkey, step, and as soon as you start to pierce, open the fist. So the fingers once more are tracing the line of the triple burner meridian. You push the heel out, and then as you square up just for a moment into a fist and then release. And as I was saying, the wrist of the fist is dropped. So that's not a martial action, but from the point of view of sinking the energy from the heart into the dantian, that's appropriate. Whereas if you just do it like this, there's nothing happens. So we want to seal in the energy, but also relax the heart. So that slight drop of the wrist, and it's not a tight fist, it's not even your normal Tai Chi fist. I've seen Master Locke barely do the fist. It's an intent of sealing rather than absolutely closing. So it's just there and release, and straight away you go. So it's up to you. If you find that the whole coordination bit is enough to be getting on with, you can just keep the fist but very loosely open the whole time. That's fine. I have done that. I have taught that. And then just a little squeeze and release before the next. But personally, I've got so used to opening the fist again that's what I do, which is why I didn't clock it straight away when you asked the first time, because it's been so long since I left the fist closed. Are you happy with that? Good. So it's nice to know that either way it's not wrong. It's, as you say, it's finesse. It's just now, which way do you want to work it? And it's good to notice, as you just did, that there is a different outcome. And that's the thing. Master Locke's work is really quite fluid. If you ever watch him perform, he rarely performs in exactly the same way twice. Sometimes he'll throw something in that you're going, his hands were facing the other way last time. And I've asked him about that, and he always has a good answer. He's like, yes, if you want to share your energy, if you have a lot of energy, then say, for example, cloud hands, your palms will be facing out because that sends energy out. But if you're feeling more that you want to contain your energy, your palms face in. Now that seems like such a very obvious and big difference. And it is a big difference, but it's just two sides of the same coin. The movement is doing the same thing, but in one version, you're sending energy out, and in the other version, you're sending energy in. Just like breathing, you know, you breathe in, you breathe out. You not say, you did something different there. Oh, yeah, I breathed out. You know, it's still breathing. Okay, there was another question, Tony.
So when I'm going
Yes.
back,
Yes.
do you turn to the corner, or do you do a one corner or there?
Okay, so Tony is asking about the reverse rolling clouds. So after you have done your cloud hands, you have reverse rolling clouds. So I will do cloud hands and then reverse rolling clouds. I'll get the chair out the way. Okay. So you have 1, 2, 3 across, and when you step across, you're stepping to the corner, not to the side, and then you're stepping to the side and you're turning the toes to the corner, but you're turning your waist to the side. You see what I mean? So just like in the bagua, in the circle walking, your hips are facing the corner, but you're turning your waist, so your upper body is facing the side. And then as you release and step back, everything goes back to shoulders and hips are above each other and back. Good? Okay, so again, do it with me. Ready? So we're going to take 3 steps, or 3 scoops. 1, 2, 3. We step across. We step to the side. We flip the toes to the front left corner, but we keep turning the waist until the upper body is facing the side, and then we can relax the arms down. Now, we step the front foot and leg back, and front foot and leg back. Before we turn the toes to the corner, and this time the body faces the corner also for roll and roll. Still facing the corner. Waist turns so we face the front. Waist turns so that we're above the back foot. Draw in. And waist turns to face the front. And the same, waist turns. Turn body and step. Waist turns. So at this stage, my hips and my feet are pointing to my front left, but my upper body is turned to the front right. And then we finish. Okay. So Master Locke's work is a unique hybrid, I think, of Tai Chi and Bagua. So he is using concepts from Bagua, from the circle walking, where you have your hips facing around the edge of a circle, but your body is turned towards the center of the circle. He's using that concept of maintaining or moving into a twist, and he's using that throughout his Qigong practice at various times. Not all the time, but he keeps going back to using that approach, which is meaning that our organs are getting a really nice massage. Now, we do use the other Tai Chi Qigong forms. We often do have a twisting of the waist. It's not just keeping everything absolutely blocked. Twisting and rotating the spine is one of the cornerstones of Qigong from the point of view of spine health, organ health. There's an expression, if you want to help your organs, look behind you. That's creating a twist in your waist. So quite often you have that. So if I were to do the cloud hands sideways onto you, and did my 3, 1, 2, 3, and I stepped, and my feet still in? No, they're not. Okay, so I've done my second step. I turn my toes to the corner, but I turn my waist to the side. Do you see that? So I'm facing you from the waist up, but my feet and my hips are still facing the corner. So there's that little twist. It's not a disconnect, but it's a rotation in the waist, just like the rotation in your movement 2 of the 7 stars in rotations Qigong. So I've turned to the side with my upper body, upper body, and then I can step back and my hips and my shoulders start to work as a team again, above each other, above and below each other. Does that answer your question, Tony? Yeah, happy. That's a thumbs up. Excellent. Okay. Well, the other question was, could you show the Immortals front view? So we're going to do that now. And I've just realised I thought I'd turned that light off, but I hadn't. So I'll turn it off. It's not. Oh, I switched the one in the middle. There's 3 switches. Do you know that sometimes you get that funny thing? There's 3 switches on a thing, and the one on the left deals with that light, and the one on the right deals with that light, and the one in the middle does nothing at all. I managed to flip the wrong switch. Okay, so I'd just like you can watch and relax. I'm not going to mirror this one. I take comfort in the fact that Master Chen Yinjun's, when regarding Chen style, he says, do not mirror, just do the form. Don't try to work it out on the other side. So there are times when you don't. And the more martial it is, it seems, the less. Certainly the Chen family are happy about people mirroring. And I have I have a thought about that. I think it's probably because the right side is your punching side, is your striking side, is your Fajin side, and your left side is the side of your heart. So we don't want to do too much high impact and explosive movement on the side of the heart. It's not good for the heart. And whereas your right side, the side of the liver likes some tough love. Okay, that's my theory. I've heard that from various teachers and masters, and I agree with it. So, have a wee watch, please. The Immortals form, front view. Okay, so that is the Immortals. Now, quite often when I'm leading you, if I'm doing a back view, I iron out the sides. As in, if it's meant to be to the corner, I take it far more to the side in the hope that you can see what I'm doing more clearly. But in that version, I pretty much did it the way I would do it, which is if it's to the corner, I'm going to the corner. And again, even in that, if you remember, Master Lock is quite open to variation, as long as in a performance, if there are multiple people doing it, that you all choose to do it the same way. So you could go to 45 degrees, you could go a bit more, a bit less. There's about 20 degrees of leeway that you can play with, depending on your hip rotation, how it feels. We want it to feel natural. Remember that Tai Chi being a Taoist practice, Taoism is following nature. So if you have stiff hips, of course we want to release and relax them, but if they don't naturally turn very far, then doing a big turn to the side is not going to be conducive, so you can go a little bit less. So there is some leeway in that as well. I hope that was useful to you. Any questions, comments, musings?
Yeah, I can use that now. That's perfect. Yeah.
Great, lovely. Okay, so let's come together and we'll have a wee warm down then. So, I'm a great fan of warming down. Ever since I did that, I did a ballet seminar. It used to be that special teachers would come over from England once a month and do seminars in Stranmillis College. Yeah, it would be a 3-hour session of ballet, very intensive training, and afterwards I tended to be sore for nearly a week. And then one day I was getting a lift after the seminar, and I knew I had to wait about 10 minutes, and I thought rather than sitting around getting cold, I would walk around the beautiful gardens in Stranmillis. They really have lovely grounds. It was a sunny day, the birds were singing, there was fresh air, fresh blue sky. It was beautiful. So I just did a 10-minute gentle walk around Stranmillis, and then went home and, had my bath and did what I normally did after training. And the next day I wasn't sore at all. And I went, okay, because the only thing that had changed was I did 10 minutes of gently walking, not even power walking, just dandering around, and that made all the difference in the world. So since then I have been a big fan of the warm down. It really makes a huge difference. If you don't like feeling stiff and sore, you don't have to. Just allow yourself to gradually wind down physically, rather than work, jump in the car and then shower and sit. That's going to shock the system, and you'll be far less or far more prone to stiffness, aches and pains. And though there's always a little bit of your body telling you you have worked, there's a big difference between that and just being really uncomfortable. So let's flop the wrists, please, and we're going to do a little bounce. 100 ailments go away. And let the wrists go bouncy, 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 bounce. Good. And relax down. The saying goes, 7 heel taps every day, 100 ailments go away. You can do as many as you like. Do you feel that just after a few seconds? And you're getting lovely tingling energy. Beautiful. Good. Let's cover center. Hug your elbows in and breathe down into your belly. And feel your energy is stronger. Very good. Well done, everyone. Well done, Tony. We have a few people off today, so I hope everyone is well and look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much. Good job.